What's going on, everybody? Brian here from Brian's Broadcast. I hope all of you are doing fantastic. Today, I'm really excited to share with you my review of my first purchase of a Zoologist fragrance. I've been seeing this fragrance, this brand all over Fracom in a lot of places. I absolutely saw people how they were so happy with the fragrance, and then I saw a lot of people who were really heartbroken because it was not as per the expectations. Because again, those of you who are new, and then like myself, I'm absolutely new to this house. I gave it some time. I took my risk, and then I took the shot. So the fragrance is none other than the Macaque Zoologist Macaque, and it's the Yuzu Edition. As you can see, this is discontinued right now because they are using Fuji apples to make this new formulation for Macaque. I'm not sure how that one smells, but this is my first time smelling something from the house of Zoologist, and up front, I will tell you, I was blown away. Of course, not every fragrance is meant for everybody. Not everybody can pull off everything, but this one, I just loved it. The presentation, as you can see, it's a very beautiful and detailed macaque with a beautiful dress on it. And as you can see, there's a lot of information on the sides. The perfumer is Mackenzie Riley. As you can see, I don't know too many of those perfumers. Like, I'm no expert. I just love fragrances. I'm an enthusiast. So yeah, please forgive me. And this is the outer covering. When you take it off, you get this beautiful leatherette kind of material on the black box, golden lettering. And the sticker, the seal over here, has got that beautiful Zoologist logo. I absolutely loved it. One word of caution: if you're buying this fragrance for the first time, please be careful with the box, because when the bottle is placed in there, it does not sit in there snugly. So you might want to hold the box face up like that and then take it out so that you don't drop the bottle and break it. Let's move on to the bottle presentation. For those of you who are new to this game, this is the beautiful bottle. Pretty heavy cap. I mean, it's not too heavy, but it's got some nice weight to it. It's got a leather kind of material over here, as you can see. Like, I don't know if you can see it, so I just put in my nail over there. Yeah, there you go. So it's a leather kind of material. The beautiful Zoologist logo on the top. I just love this presentation. Golden and black. Loved it. The Macaque logo and everything is right there. And if you will notice, the bottle is not flat ended on all sides. It's got a slant on one side. So there's this geometric, like a lot of geometry playing in here. So it's very unique. The bottle is pretty unique. I loved it. And my goodness, what a beautiful fragrance. Macaque has this particular notes, and I'm going to read the notes from the website. The top notes, they have Japanese yuzu, mandarin, and juniper berry. In the heart, you got myrrh, hinoki wood, hydrocarbon resin. That's something really new to me. On the base notes, you got oak moss absolute, New Caledonia sandalwood, olibanum hyper absolute. Now, there's a lot of new things going on in here. And zoologists, the perfumers, and the creative director, they have this habit of creating fragrances and playing around with notes and ingredients to bring out something very new, very innovative, something which is kind of risky for a lot of people, because if you're planning to blind buy, it's highly not recommended, because this thing might hit your nose very differently. So let me tell you, when I first sprayed this fragrance, it was a bit challenging. Honestly, I mean, right away I understood why in the Fracom a lot of people probably just hated the Zoologist fragrance, whatever they bought. And then there were some people who constantly kept on saying, it's beautiful, it's nice. Now, later down the line, after a couple of weeks, couple of days of wearing this, I understood what's going on and why this is really appreciative. Because when I had it out, I personally felt maybe I was smelling bad or it was stinking, but it was not. People loved it. In my office, people liked it. When I asked them, like, hey, can you take a whiff of this and let me know what's happening, they loved it. So when you first spray this fragrance, the immediate thing that you will find and experience is a tarty, bright citrus yuzu that just pops off your skin like a blast. And with that, although they did not mention incense in this fragrance anywhere, they just mentioned myrrh. And you immediately know there's incense in there, because incense has that distinct smell, a distinct kind of sweetness to it, right? And it's kind of like a dry citrus, which is bright. It's very uplifting, very pleasant, and very like kind of takes you into that trance kind of feeling, like as if you were meditating, like you're just blown away. There's this presence of greenness to it, which I absolutely loved. Not one of those greenness or not like your barbershop kind of feel, not your olfactory kind of feel over here, but over here it's very different. The citrus hits very differently. I've got a ton of citrus fragrances, and the yuzu here, the citrus from the yuzu, the Japanese yuzu, is very, very different. The tartiness, it's very, very different. I have fragrances that have this tarty, lemony, or citrusy vibe. This is not one of those. It's very, very different. Further down the line, as this fragrance starts drying down, the incense, the myrrh, they mingle together. I mean, you get that sweetness. It comes off like as if you were visiting this one of those really ancient temple where some priest would really go out there and burn incense and myrrh. There's a distinct smell, distinct aroma. Now, if you ask me again, I've told this several times in my channel, but yes, I have had the experience of traveling to different parts of the world, and I did visit ancient places too, so I know that feeling, that smell. If you have ever been to Nepal, in Kathmandu or Pokhara or anywhere else, they have a lot of old places, so if you do get the chance, you will smell this aroma over there. It's very distinct, you can tell right away. Sometimes it's overwhelming in the temple, but in here, it's not overwhelming. It's very pleasant. It's very beautiful. It takes you, like I said, takes you into like some kind of a trance. And as this fragrance dries down, like the greenness starts taking over. But like over here, there's some kind of a consistency that I find. I believe it's probably like a tad bit creamy kind of sandalwood. Although it says a different kind of sandalwood I've never experienced in any other fragrances. This note called New Caledonia sandalwood, there's a kind of like a creaminess, like a tad bit, but like a dry creaminess, not one of those succulent one. And the citrusy part, it just kind of leaves through. The incense kind of at this point, like it's almost like dead, but you get that tarty citrus part living on, and there's a dry woodiness with some hints of creaminess, and this fragrance just keeps on living on and on and on. It's like a trance. You're in a trance for eternity. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying or hyping it up. I mean, my first time experiencing this thing, and I was blown away. If you will notice, it says extrait de perfume. Here's the funny thing. Anytime when I wore this fragrance, the best part was like, it's already very cold in New York City, and then the temperature's been like really playing with us here this year. And I mean, this fragrance, the moment your body heats up, the oils, it kind of like activates themselves. They just start popping off your skin. Citrus, incense, myrrh, woodiness, the greenness, the uplifting feel, the beautiful aromatic vibe that it creates around you is just hands down phenomenal. I really like this fragrance, particularly my mother. I was really scared, like when I sprayed it on, I was like, maybe my mom's not gonna like it. She's probably gonna be, please wash it off. She was the one who told me, what did you put on? It's very nice. It's extremely different from whatever you've worn so far. I don't know. I've crossed 100 fragrances, probably. I don't know. I've lost count at this point. But I'm totally loving this fragrance. But I would say there's some kind of maybe some kind of an animalic vibe, which I was expecting because zoologists, as the name suggests, they focus more on animal habitats or maybe the food habit of the animal, or the surrounding of the animal and the wildlife. So you better be prepared for a tad bit of animalic vibe to it. In here, I did capture some animalic vibe, but then again, it's drowned by the presence of incense and the very citrusy and tarty yuzu. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Very, very uplifting. It's I don't know. I mean, I don't have enough words or vocabulary to explain this fragrance. Phenomenal thing. If you do get the opportunity to try the Yuzu Edition, please go ahead and give it a shot. This is discontinued now. They use Fuji Apple, like I said, as per the website. I don't know if someone's decanting, or maybe if you can pick that up on eBay. But again, just make sure you're not paying for an arm and leg, because You understand, like, this is a niche house, and of course the prices can be insane. And again, it comes in a 60 ml bottle, and it's an extrait de perfume, and totally loved it. I mean, Victor Wong and the perfumer Miss Riley absolutely loved it. Phenomenal creation. So thank you guys for staying on my channel. That was my take on Macaque Yuzu Edition from the house of Zoologist. Let me know in the comment section of your experiences, what fragrance you like besides this one, which one you want me to try later on down the line. I will try my best to obtain them and get hold of this fragrance and share my thoughts and review with you. So until the next video, guys, please stay tuned, and make sure you subscribe to this channel. Hit the thumbs up button if you like this content. So until the next video, please take care, stay safe, and all the best.